Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our fabulous support act, Mr. Andrew Bird!
Yeah, if you didn't know it was a support act, you bloody do now, didn't you? Just do a very short bit, just give you all a chance to get in, get yourself settled. After me, there's an interval, and then the incredible Russell Howard straight off after me. So, it's going to be a good night. Just want to say hello, make sure you're all up for it in good voice. First of all, up on the balcony, everyone up there, big cheer, hello. Everyone on the floor, hello, massive cheer. Sunday night as well. Yeah, you're the kind of people that go out Sunday night. Good people. Anyone can go out Friday, Saturday. Sunday's commitment, isn't it? It's a group full of people that don't give a shit about their job. Good on you. Respect you for that. You're in for a treat. Russell's got such a great show. And I'm biased, obviously, but for me, it's one of the best comedians anywhere in the world today. He's here on a Sunday in Liverpool. You up for it? All you need to do, find something funny, laugh. It's been an incredible tour, standing ovation every night at the end. If you want to stand up, bloody go for it. You're here now, you've come out, you've committed. Because it's a commitment to go out, isn't it? It's a real, especially if you're in the middle of a series on Netflix. Is there more excitement in a marriage now than that moment late at night, be up in the morning, get to the end of an episode, or whatever it says? George, another one. What an adrenaline rush. Sometimes you press play before they answer. That's on now, it's starting. Alright, you and the team, I'll get the intro. Let's move. You know, so you come out for another laughing. Good on you. So is there anything better than making a stranger laugh in public? It's a wonderful thing, isn't it? I was in the supermarket the other week, and there was a little old lady stood there. She said, "Excuse me, how much are the biscuits?" So I went over and just lifted her up. She laughed, I laughed. The problem then, I felt obliged to do a whole week shop with her. Nectar card in her pocket, the crux gathered. Spent a lot of time in the supermarket because I have been married a while. I've been married a long time now. Tell you what changes the longer you've been married. Your attitude towards each other when the other one is ill. Well, that changes, doesn't it? No, when you first got together with someone and they were ill, you cared. We'll go straight to the hospital. I don't care how long it takes, I'll be by your side, a couple of four losing. Yeah, a few years in, the other one's ill, before you think, oh, is this going to affect me? What? You want to ask them now? Now! That makes rush hour be mental. Fine, let's go. Get to hospital. It's like, alright, see you later. Sometimes there's no point both of us having a shit night's sleep, is there? You're not on your own, you're in a corridor, there's no to people. She comes out of the coma, I'm a we're a weird phase of our marriage now. You know, we've been together a while, and so when you've gone through this, or you're going through this, everyone we know is getting divorced. Not a funny bit. Everyone's getting. My wife's friend recently got divorced. Very ironic for me, in particular, because for ages I've been doing a joke on stage about her and how much she hates her husband. I'll tell you what the joke was. Now, the men in the room admit this. When your wife has got a friend who hates her husband, great, isn't it? And then great, they spend all night discussing what a prick he is. Makes you look better. Well, you've just sat at home drinking heavily, watching Netflix. She walks back in the house. She's so lucky to have Yes, you're one. You should see her tomorrow night. She could really do your football. No, you just play football. I've been doing that joke for ages. Backfired now, isn't it? she's divorced. She's essentially single. You know her on dates. Now first dates. I don't know what the police brings. Making a good impression, listening and shit. Oh, I'm not crying. You know, she said the other day, did I? You're about Linda. They went out for dinner, stayed in a hotel. When's the last time we did? The other day, we were in a hotel. So when we go out for dinner now, it's not like the first day, is it? Because if it was, and you spent all night talking about how, at work, the senior leadership team is not communicating with the staff. I don't think I want to see you again. You can't sit to head home for a few years over there. I don't know a lot about the education system. All I know, senior leadership is shit, apparently. My wife works part-time, talks about it full-time. I said that to her face. Give that very nice. So, her friend gets a boyfriend. Like they get serious. And you know, in your 40s, your friend gets a new boyfriend, you get them. Don't you? They're in your life. You've got to do the school run, they're coming out for dinner. She gets this boyfriend. What do you think of this? His name's Rolf.
Uh-oh.
Why am I doing that? There's only one Rolf. You're thinking of the right one. She's coming around for dinner being called Rolf. One night we had a curry, maybe, it wasn't quite spicy. At one point, honestly, he went. Still together, and they're all happy. Oh God, can't be around happy couples in my 40s. This is tedious, isn't it? We went to a wedding in the summer, right? We had to get a bus, a coach thing from the hotel to the church. Half an hour journey, right? The whole way, this soppy, lovey-dovey couple sat right behind us. You know what all you can hear is? At one point, she fell asleep. She woke up and he said, "Oh, do you have a sleepy?" That's not even it. Then he said, "Oh, missed you." Oh, I hated them. Stared at them the whole way. Like, I hope you split up. I hope you cheat on her with her dad. I saw one of them do this to the other one across the church. They just looked at each other and one of them went. Right. Can we all agree in modern society as grown adults? That's not acceptable. Grown adults do that. But that means they love you because of making shape of the heart. A heart does not signify love. A heart is an organ. That is all it is. Right. If you think the heart signifies love, go to the butcher's, buy a pig's heart, put it in a jiffy bag, put it through some of their box. It's not a display of love. As the police told me, that is a hate crime. Well, Valentine's Day, ain't no better. I'm just saying, why is that acceptable, right, and that's not? Can't we do that? Your grandmother at the dinner table, 58 years now, me and your grandma. Seems fair. Loads of old people live on my street where I live. Just really nice people, just loads of old people live on my street. I'll tell you what, nothing says death like a skip outside a bungalow. My dad's getting pretty old now. But my dad is 85. You get to that age, don't you, when you feel like you've got to now look after your parents. He's old school, my dad, proper dad. Do you know what I mean? To my dad, everywhere is an hour away. Everywhere's an hour. So how far's that, Dad? Hour. Unless it's further, then it's a good hour. Everywhere. I really annoyed my dad growing up, like mainly because, well, this really upset. I didn't pass my driving test till I was 25. Right? It's quite late. innit? But it upset him particularly because he nagged me for years. As soon as I was 17, got a load of drive, started doing lessons, it's a life skill, you have to drive. I just wasn't interested. Moved to London, right, to do gigs. Don't need to drive in London, just get the tube, get the train. Then one Saturday night, got a mega bus, too many, broke my spirit. Monday morning, booked driving lessons. Now, if there's anyone in here who's not started driving, promise me you'll do this. Bit of effort, but worth it. I booked driving lessons. Crucially, didn't tell my dad. Right? Did all my driving lessons, passed my test. First time, still, didn't tell my dad. Didn't know I'd even had a lesson. Then went home to visit my dad. Driving license in my pocket. Said to him, yeah, Dad, I think I should learn to drive. I'm going to start lessons, you're right? It's a life skill. In fact, could you show me the basics? Just say me a lesson. He's like, oh, of course I will. I'm your dad. What, get the car now. What should I have? Right now. Get it. Check your mirror. Yeah. Sit back. Oh, I was taking this serious. So right, get in first gear. Now use the clutch out. Fill up the biting point. Right, just ease it out. Gently. So I stalled it on purpose to make it believable. Right? Never stalled it another time, not on purpose. That pissed me off. We'll get in first gear, slowly, jump up the street like this. Is that right? Like that? Because get into second, that one, there. So is that right? So I'm juggling, slowly up the street like this. Suddenly, put my foot down, in the third, round the corner, 40 miles an hour, slipped it into fourth. My dad honestly said, that's it. He must have thought he was the best driving instructor ever. I got my driving licence out of my pocket. It says, Dad, passed my test 2 weeks ago. His exact words, you piss-taking little prick. Do you know what he did? He made me drive him to the pub and sit there while he had 9 pints. How much longer are we going to be? He said, oh, we're out. I don't go on very often. I should go on more. I don't know. It's weird. I find it, I'm not that proud of where I'm from. I just don't give a shit. I find places where people are really proud of where they're from. It's hard to do comedy. When you do gigs in places like, I did a gig last year in Belfast. Now, Belfast, beautiful city, lovely people. Never go back. You can't do comedy in Belfast. Do you know why? Because they're obsessed with the fact they're from Belfast. Even though they're in Belfast. They can't get over it. They're like, I'm from Belfast, Belfast, I'm from Belfast, I'm from Belfast. I'm trying to do the gig, right? I'm talking about a story that happened in Banbury, in Oxfordshire. Turns out it was a bloke down the front from Banbury. He's like, oh, what are you doing here in Belfast? Bit of fun. So I'm chatting to him. You can sense the tension. Because it wasn't about Belfast. 4 seconds. Then I start trying to tell this story about the first time I was ever pulled over by the police. I'd never been pulled over before. I went to pieces, nearly started crying. Now the thing was, the policeman was a black bloke, and I could tell it was annoying him. I could just sense he was thinking, I get pulled over by the police more than you. And I am the police. Excuse me, sir, is this your vehicle? No, it's a police car, Dave. We work together. We'll be friends. I wonder who the back goes, we get stopped by the police in Belfast all the time. I said, yeah, but this is a story that happened to me. That wasn't in Belfast. It happened outside of Belfast. I said, you know I'm not from Belfast? And this other woman, don't get me humour, honestly, just said, so, why are you here? I said, yes, it's a good question, well put. I said, it's a story about the racial inequality of how black people were treated by the police and my paranoia. I said, obviously it gets bigger laughs in a more racially diverse city. Belfast looks like Hitler's vision. You ready? As if to prove me wrong, pointed at the one black person in the whole audience. Didn't know it, just pointed at it. Look at that bridge you got. What do you think about that? Then I have to point out to him, that's the bloke from Banbury. And it's a good city. not slagging off Belfast. It's a good accent, and obviously cracking accent. You know what I mean? I like singing in accents. Like I like singing around the house. You know, cleaning in different accents. Do you do that? Why that test? You're allowed to do it in the house. Those are the rules. So you do it. Oh, then across in the French accent. That's it. That's as is. When we're out of country, you bit there. Obviously, nothing better, you know, Northern Irish accent, fat boy slim. Right here, no, right now, obviously. I just don't care where I'm from. You know, I find as I'm getting older, I just care sort of less generally, I think. You know, I don't care about looking older. I thought I would. Just don't give a shit. Because we're all under pressure to look young. Everyone in this room right now is under pressure to look young. Girls more than boys. I think that's fair, generally speaking. But why do we do that to each other? You know what I mean? So when I say this, I mean this without judgment, I mean it with love. We need to discuss women with lip jobs. Next response. Feels like this is going. You know the ones I'm thinking, obviously. Quite fairly, I can see some women looking at me now as if to say, right, as a man, you're not allowed an opinion. Here it comes. Quite fairly, women, you know the ones with me, women will say, don't do this with me, you don't do this with men. Women, you do this for us, you don't do this for men. Well, on behalf of all men, thanks. Just we're taking no blame for that. No man I've ever met has said, that's what I look for a woman. I like to look like she's had a severe allergic reaction to it. I want to not know whether to kiss her or stab her with an EpiPen. Girls are getting it done. Young girls have to do that to feel good about themselves. That's a failing of society. You see, young girls now, social media, you know, selfie, they're always crammed in from an angle, nothing in the dark. You know what it reminds me of? Have you ever been to a car park? See, young girls now on reality TV shows, they're sat there, fake lips, fake eyelashes, fake tan, fake breasts, they've been interviewed, and they're sat there going, what do I look for in a man? I just want something real. He just needs to take me as I am. Well, you start, he'll follow suit. And he's no better. Who's she going to get with? This bloke with his sculpted beard, tattoos, turkey teeth, and no socks. They are a child. What was I supposed to say then? To say, do you want to appreciate something? Well, no, you don't look like you. You look like you've both selected yourself. Just right, the point I'm trying to make in a clumsy fashion is don't be pressured by anyone to look young. Don't do things to look young, do things to feel young. Childish things. Right, next time you approach automatic doors, just before they open, click, I got superpower. Men in the room, next time you go for a wee, pull your trousers and pants right to your ankles. Primary school, oh, what a feeling of freedom. So on the toilet, you will get slapped on the arse. Anyway, it's been enjoying talking to you. One of the great things about being mates with Russell is you get to do incredible venues like this. I mean, this like being inside a jewellery box is incredible, isn't it? And he's really supportive of comedians. Russell, he tells you, do your own tour, make sure you tell them at the end. So I'm going to do my own tour. We'll be back in January next year at the Royal Court. There's a poster by the merch with the QR code. Name's Andrew Bird. If you can Some of you might not be with us. But, after yourselves. Oh my God. Anyway, so there's an interval, and then you've got the incredible Russell Howard. No, it's Sunday night. Forget about work tomorrow. Amazing night. Laugh your